Hey, everybody. So, just a quick word about where to save your files for ARC Software 2. And I think for any of your classes, I would get into the habit of doing what I'm about to show you. So, some of you have your own computers at home and you just saved your work on your own computer. That is totally fine. You can keep doing that. Everything is saved locally, on your computer. Some of you use remote access, and then not everybody, but some have saved their files exactly where AutoCAD wanted to put it. So it might have been in like a My Documents folder or something like that. Um, Here's what I suggest you do, especially if you're doing remote access. When you save your project, or let me back up. When you do remote access, you are sort of connecting to, not sort of, you are connecting to a lab computer at the school. So every time you log in, you're logging into a different computer. Okay. So what I would do when you're working on whatever project you're working on is save what you're working on to the desktop of the computer that you're on or you're remote accessing into. So if I just minimize my email here because I want to go show you where you should put things, I have a file here. Okay, here's my AutoCAD file. That's what I named it. Bad name, but yours might say Kevin Kinney Assignment 1 or Kevin Kinney ARC Software 2 Assignment 1. So I saved it here on the desktop of the computer that I'm remote accessing into. Okay, so now it's on the desktop of this computer, but if I logged out and did remote access again, I might come into a different computer and I can't see my file anymore. So what good is that? So here's what you need to do. So here's my email. Okay, I have a little robot theme going on here, but this is just my web access Outlook email from Madison College. Now I'm going to go up to this 9 square dots up here. It's called the app launcher. It's right over here. And I'm going to click on that and click on OneDrive. In this case, I'm going to hold down Control and click OneDrive. Okay, what's OneDrive? OneDrive is a cloud-based server that is at your disposal for being a Madison College student, much like Google Drive. So it's just a place where you can, external hard drive, you can just dump information. So you have a terabyte of space on here. That is a lot of space. So because you're a Madison College student, you have this. Let's use it. If I put things on here, then I can access it at home. I can access it when I remote into another computer. Okay, and I'll just kind of go through that to let you know what I'm talking about. So what I've done in here under my files is made a folder called ARC Software 2. And if I go in that folder, I've got a folder called Assignment 1. So let me just minimize this window. If it'll let me. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to go into my Assignment 1 folder. I'm done working for the day on my remote access. I'm done working on this file. I've closed out AutoCAD. I'm not using it anymore. I'm just going to take this file and I'm just going to slide it into Assignment 1 because that's the one I'm working on. Okay, so now I have an AutoCAD file for Assignment 1 in here. In the actual desktop, I can take this file and delete it, okay, because it's on the cloud now. Okay, so it doesn't matter. It's saved into the ether. So now I can access this on any computer I go to. So say, for example, the next day I come into school and I'm like, oh, I want to work on that assignment again. Okay, I'm going to go into my email. I'm going to go to my app launcher and I'm going to open my OneDrive. So I've just remote accessed in. This is the computer I'm on. I'm going to go to my files. I'm going to go to ARC Software 2, Assignment 1. Oh, look, there's the file I want to work on. Now I'm going to grab this. Oops, I clicked on it. Let me go back. I'm going to hit the 3 dots over here and just click download. And I'm going to put that right on the desktop of the computer that I'm currently working on. Here it is right here. Now what I'll do is open this I'll work on it. I'll make whatever changes I want. And then I might rename this after I save it. I might rename it VO2. Okay. So now it doesn't have the same name as this one that's already in my OneDrive. And now I'm done working for the day. I'm ready to take a break from this frickin' frackin' Bellyac and Arc Software 2 class. And I'm going to just move this into the assignment 1 folder because I've gotten further on it or it's almost done. I'm going to delete this from the desktop of the remote access computer that I worked on. And there it is on the cloud, ready for my next day to work on it, or ready for maybe I'm done with it. So everything in my class would ideally be saved to the cloud. Don't use my documents or anything like that. Even if you're at home, I would say don't save it on your computer and waste the space. Save everything to the cloud and use that terabyte of space that Madison College has given you. This goes for any of the classes I'm teaching if you're watching this video for a different class. One last thing is, as you sort of progress through this program and you're making all these files, it's really good to be organized. So I made a folder here, Arc Software 2, Assignment 1. Anything for Assignment 1 that I create, I'm going to save into that folder so that when I come back, say in my 4th semester in the portfolio class that I teach, you'll know where all your work is. And you're like, oh yeah, that's right. Let's go to that assignment because that was a really cool one. I want to use that. I know right where it is on the cloud. Okay. So if you have any questions about the OneDrive and saving work to it, or you need a refresher, one-on-one instruction, just chat me up and I'm happy to help. All right, guys. Thanks.